It's been a while since I actually laid back and watched some Hermitcraft, so I'm kind of wondering what they're up to in the new season. What is this? Redstoned Wordle in Minecraft? Let's see this.
Feeling hungry?
Oh, god damn it!
Hello everyone, my name is PearlescentMoon and welcome back to Hermitcraft Season 10, Episode 18.
Alright, so you made Wordle. Is that true?
Basically, yes, obviously minus a couple like automated things, but yes, essentially in Minecraft.
Alright.
Thank you very, very much for watching today, and I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye everybody! Goodbye! Goodbye! See you next time. Boop.
I choose Enforgrow A+ Micro, A+ nutrition that helps.
Wordle in Minecraft, huh? Yeah, I can make that. So there's a lot of iterations of Wordle being made in Minecraft, and I myself want to get into the action, even though it's been like 2 years since people actually talked about Wordle like it's a TikTok trend. God, I should have bought Java 3 years ago. Oh my god, I am so far behind. But you know what? As the saying goes, it's better late than never, so let's not waste any time and start making the mod. In case if you don't know what Wordle is a word guessing game where the goal is to guess a 5-letter word by typing out a bunch of 5-letter words before you run out of tries. The game also gives you hints whether the letters of the word you typed out exist within the randomly generated word using these letter blocks as visual indicators. If the block is colored gray, it means that the letter does not exist in the word. If the block is colored yellow, it means that the letter does exist in the word but it's not in the correct position. And if the block is colored green, it means that the letter does exist in the word and is in the correct position of the randomly generated word. If you get a row of all green blocks, it means that you found the word and you win the game. If you haven't got a row of all green blocks and you ran out of tries, you lose the game. And now that we have familiarized ourselves on how to play the game, it's time to figure out how to make the block that we're going to be using to play Wordle actually allow us to, well, play Wordle. And the plan is simple. The idea is that the block will randomly generate a 5-letter word and the player will be given items representing the letters. The player will then have to guess the word by placing letters into the slots, and the block will recognize them as a word and see if it matches with the randomly generated word. But Matthew, how does the block always generate a random 5-letter word anytime we start the game? And we'll get to that later. For now, we need to figure out how will the player actually, well, start the game. Now, a little spoiler for those who haven't watched my Uno video, which you should definitely watch. You see, how I went about this is that the player will start a game by simply inserting a gold nugget into the same slot where the card should go into. Now, the whole inserting a gold nugget to start a game like an arcade machine concept isn't really that much of a problem function-wise, but design-wise, it may not be all that intuitive for everyone. So what we want here is some form of a start button. The problem with that is there isn't any easy way or any way to code an actual button into the block GUI. Kind of. And to explain what I mean by this, let's look at the enchantment table. It's enchanting table, idiot! See, whenever you want to enchant your gear, there are 3 buttons here for the player to select what enchantments they want to add to their gear. Now, visually, these are buttons, but what is actually happening here is that there's some code that renders icon sprites whenever the cursor is on top of specific coordinates within the GUI. And within those coordinates, whenever the block detects a mouse click like so, a function will execute whatever code it has, or in this case, enchant your gear. Ooh. Sweeping edge. And in our case, we need to make it so that whenever the cursor is in a certain position, that set position is going to be our start button. So let's stop yapping and get to work. Okay, so just a little disclaimer for any of the professional modders out there watching this video. This is the first time I ever try adding a button to the block GUI, so I'm kind of hoping this works first time, and of course it doesn't work first time. Okay, seriously, what am I doing wrong here? What? Okay, so what I'm assuming is that whenever the block detects that the cursor is within this sort of like L-shaped area outside of the GUI, only then it will render the icon sprite that's supposed to be right here. Okay, so what that means is that if I mouse click, I am mouse clicking right now. I'm hoping that my microphone is picking up me smashing my mouse, and that sounds so wrong. So it doesn't work. So then if I just like mouse click right here, if I just... Oh! Okay, you know what? It's a process, it's a process. Okay, so I went ahead and fixed it, so now it should work. Hey, kinda... Wait. Okay, I think I didn't fix it. So wait a minute, if that means that Okay, since it's still glowing, it means that the block can still detect the cursor, which means that if I mouse click, it still kind of works. Okay, so I fixed it again, and what happened just now is that I kind of forgot to apply the y-axis for the cursor detection system, but now, as you can see, if I try to, you know, hover around the button, it doesn't glow, but if I try to, you know, actually hover over it, it actually glows. And when I try to mouse click anywhere near it without it, you know, actually being on top of it, it doesn't, you know, give me the items, the letter items. It is 6 a.m. for me right now. And when I actually hover over it and mouse click it, boom, I got the letters. Oh, and if you're wondering what this is the enter button. Don't worry, this isn't the final GUI. This is still the prototype for it. Okay, so now let's try actually playing the game. So right now, the current word for the game is the word proud. That's what my parents are feeling about me. Okay, so let's pretend we don't actually know the word and we're just playing the game normally as intended. So how we're gonna form a word is that we drag these letter items into the slots here in order to form a word. So right now I'm currently forming the word adult because that's why I am now. I can't win Twitter arguments anymore. And the moment when we click this enter button here, the block will then check to see if this word is an actual valid word in real life. So when we click the enter button here, and as we can, how do you control? There we go. And as you can see here, the word is an actual valid word, the word adult. And if we were to type in gibberish, you can see that the block does not accept the word because it is a invalid word in real life. And if we put a real word again, you can see that the block will accept the word, and of course, the letter items disappear from the slots and is actually returned to the player's inventory. Now, you don't have to worry about this part. This is basically just for me making sure that the block actually works code-wise. What we need to worry about now is how are we going to display the icon sprites anytime we enter an actual valid real word. Before we do that, we need to understand how the block understands a word from the inputted letter items. See, within the code, there's a bunch of if-else statements that detects every letter item representing a letter. So for example, if the slot has the letter A item, the block will recognize that this is the letter A. As for how it understands a whole 5-letter word, there's a for loop program to detect each slot in a left to right order. And we can use a text variable, or what we call in programming terms a string, to form a word by adding a letter detected by the if-else statements onto that string. Now, coming back to our problem, we need numbers in order for the block to render specific icon sprites to visually form a word onto the GUI. What we can do here is that we can use something I like to call the gravity falls cipher, or the game theory cipher. Basically what we do here is that instead of the block recognizing letters from the items, it recognizes numbers that represents letters in the A1Z26 cipher. It's basically where we imagine each letter representing their own numbers. So A represents 1, B represents 2, blah 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 blah, and Z represents 26. And we can use those numbers to make the block know which letter icon sprites it should render onto the GUI. Then Matthew, what about the letter blocks that hint us which letter exists in the word? Well, since we still have to detect the numbers representing the letters, we can write some fancy code to turn them back into letters, forming our input word in the form of letters. And since the block already has a word and remembers it throughout the game, we can write some code that scans and checks if the letter from our output exists in the word. So let's say the word of the game is the word cable and we input the word shirt. When the block looks at the first letter of our input and detects a match with the first letter of the word, it will output a representative number that will render a green block onto the GUI. After which it will then refer to the second letter of the two words, and when the block detects that the two letters do not match, it will output another representative number that will render a gray block onto the GUI. Then Matthew, when will the block render a yellow letter block? Now, just a quick recap, a yellow letter block only appears when the input letter exists in the word but not in the same spot. To do this, we can write it so that when the block doesn't detect a letter match within the same spot, it will go through the other 4 letters of the word to check if the input letter exists somewhere else in the word. If it does, it will output a number to render a yellow block. If the letter does not exist in the word, the block will then render a gray block. And now it's time for the question people are probably not asking because they click off the video: how does the block always generate a random 5-letter word whenever we start the game? Is it A, I use some sort of fancy dictionary library API? B, I use some sort of fancy dictionary library API? C, I use some sort of fancy dictionary library API? Or D, I made a deal with Satan and used black magic to make some sort of fancy dictionary library API? And the answer is none of them. See, how I made it work is that there is an array filled with a bunch of 5-letter words programmed in the block's code. And whenever we start the game, the block will randomly choose a word from this list, and that chosen word is essentially the word of the game. This is also how the block knows when the input word is an actual real valid word. Whenever the block checks each of the letter items in the slot and understands that it's a 5-letter word, it will then refer to the list to check and see if the input word is a real valid word, since the list only contains real life words. However, there is this one teensy little issue with this method, and it's that right now we only have a handful of these words in the list, and if someone were to input a real word that doesn't exist in the list, the block will reject it thinking that, well, it's gibberish. The only reason why I'm using this method is to just make the prototype for the game. Also, it's because I don't know if there's an actual dictionary library API thing for Java, and I'm just too lazy to find one. So right now I have two options. Either one, find the dictionary library API for Java that probably doesn't exist, and even if I do find it, I have to learn how to actually, well, use it, or two, just copy and paste every single 5-letter word manually onto the code. Guess which one takes only one Google search? But Matthew Skyup, are you seriously gonna meticulously copy and paste hundreds if not thousands of 5-letter words in the English language just for a silly little Minecraft mod that no one is ever gonna play but you? Yes. Welcome to my channel. Okay, so I spent about like a full day, I mean not really a full day, but if I were to like calculate the total amount of time that I spent on this particular part of the project, I'm guessing I spent like a total of like 24 hours just adding words into the block's code. But like let's see. Okay, so there's one thing I want to mention in this part of the video, and it's that, well, I don't really know how many words I added. I just kind of like copy and pasted literally all of the words I can find in like two sources. So I made this like this small little code part to like just tell me how many words there are. So if we just start the game here, and there is no way that it's perfectly 3,500 words. There is no way. This is not scripted, by the way. I had no idea that it was perfectly 3,500 words. I spent like a total of 24 hours adding this much. Oh my god. What am I doing with my life? Okay, so let's type in the word water, and when we enter it, boom, you can see that it is working perfectly. And just like in the real game, when you finally figure out what's the word of the game, or in my case, I am literally cheating. So when we enter the word of the game, like this, boom, it says that I won. And in the case where you haven't figured out the word and you ran out of tries, you lose the game. Now remember, this isn't the final GUI design, it's only the prototype. So now I need to make a bigger, more clearer version of the block GUI. Shouldn't take that long. Okay, so it's January right now. I finished my finals, and Dream is crashing out on Twitch right now. I have no idea why he had to make that post. But anyway, so yeah. So I finally updated the GUI of the block, and I also added these cool little tooltips for the buttons. And I also happened to add sound effects. And if you notice, whenever you're playing a game, you'll notice that the play symbol has changed to a restart symbol. And whenever we, well, you know, let's see here, where we whenever we win the game, it also creates a sort of winning. It is like 6 a.m. for me right now. It creates a winning sound effect. There we go. That's the word. Gosh, I need to take a break from this. And let's say whenever you lose a game, it will also play a losing sound effect. Oh, and I also added this outside GUI visual functionality that's like, you know, similar to the block here. Now, there's actually a reason why I added this functionality, and it's not because I was bored the other day, but it's because I need a way to see what words I added in when I get some Minecraft YouTubers to play this game. That's right, after almost 5 years on this channel, we are finally gonna get an actual YouTuber on the channel in a video, and not just some random Minecraft mob that I programmed in the game. But before I do that, I need to do a sort of test run or rehearsal of sorts to make sure that when I actually get these YouTubers for the actual game, everything runs smoothly. So let's call my good old friend CrayRT. Hi, hello.
Hi.
This is my friend CrayRT, long-time viewer, Bedrock YouTuber, and hasn't uploaded in 2 years. Cray, please, start uploading. Like, please, generally, this isn't part of the intro speech. We talked about this during the call. You say you had a video plan. Quit kicking and lock the F in. And he's gonna be helping me practice the record session. Okay.
Oh no, what on earth did I just go into?
Welcome.
No, this is Wordle.
Welcome.
Oh my gosh.
Welcome to the Squid Games. So, now.
Squid Games.
Okay. Did I actually, like, tell you what game this is?
Oh, no, you did not.
Okay,
I thought
so-
you were playing Uno.
No. Uno is like no. This is a different one. We can play Uno later. This is actually. Have you ever heard of Wordle?
Of course I have.
So you know the
Everyone
game.
has.
So you know the game. So yeah, this
Oh
is
my
Wordle.
gosh.
Now, do you see the block that is in the middle of the room?
Yes?
Tap on it.
What is it?
Tap on it.
Step on it?
No. Right click on your mouse.
Oh my gosh, that scared me.
Ow!
Let's start a new game.
Yeah.
Oh no! No way,
Now
that's
you
so
can see
cool.
that. Okay, so there used to be the word spike, and now it's gone. That's because you, start a new game. Here's how you play Wordle in the thingy. So like tap on the block in the middle of the room, the GUI. You can see there are like
Yeah.
5 slots, right?
Yeah.
So
So I just
basically
put a word on.
So basically what you do is you form a word using the item. So like you can just like drag any letter into any of the 5 slots to form a real valid
Oh.
word.
Okay.
Oh wait, shit, I'm not full screen. Hold up, frick. I'm not full screen.
I'm trying to, but for some reason it keeps on just putting it back into my... Oh, I need to click to start a new game. Is that it?
Wait, okay. For the
Okay, I
left
start-
button, is it like a triangle button?
It was, but now it's now a circle.
Okay, so basically now you're now playing an actual game because just now, you're now playing an actual game.
I get it now. Okay, I get it now. Alright, I'm gonna start off with a really good word.
Actually, is there anything? Hold on, okay.
Enter.
Before that, is there anything like?
Proxy! Oh, whoops.
Is there anything that's like playing on your chat just now, like a current player, whatever, in your
Yep,
chat?
it is.
Come again?
Yep,
So there is, right?
it is. Yeah, it's valid. Proxy's valid. Alright, I found an R.
All right, so
Oh,
that
it is cool.
okay, so
Okay,
so good to know that the
um,
thing works at least. It doesn't happen on my side, so that's weird.
Let's see. There's no O, so it means it has to be...
Oh no, what is wrong with this?
Okay.
Oh no, hold up. What? Oh no. Oh no. What? Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to fix that later. Oh no. I fixed
Right.
everything but
Next
the
then.
Uno game.
Next.
Hey!
Trick.
Hey!
Oh, that's a lot. That's really cool.
Yeah.
What word precedes a K?
I can technically like go into my code and see which word it could be.
You dare? Let me get. This is now a sense of pride.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I can't go in because I don't want anyone to see it.
Oh darn, this is actually hard. What words? What word could possibly go behind a?
Drink.
There's not too many. At best, brisk.
No,
Duh.
drink.
Okay, but I'm gonna go for brisk. Brisk sounds nicer.
Okay, so there is
Um,
there may be a chance that it's not in like the code. There is a chance because I don't remember adding the word brisk in it.
really?
I don't
Nope, I'm
remember.
risking it.
There was like 3,000 words. Hey, there is.
Ah, nice. So it is so it is SK. Now just whatever letter is going to be next. Alright, I have to go down the alphabet. Brisk. Frisk. It's a good one.
Frisk Undertale.
Yeah, Frisk Undertale. There's a lot. There's a lot this could possibly be.
Frisk.
See.
Frisk.
Technically, there is a strategy where you could just put in a random word. But that's still fun. Let's go. Let's just do random guesses. All right.
Hey, it's Frisk.
Oh no! It crashed. It crashed me. No.
Wait, what? It crashed?
Yeah, it crashed.
Wait, really?
did.
I still see your avatar though.
No shot. That's so funny. But it just happens. It just happens when you're coding.
So yeah, the block can make the player crash when played in multiplayer.
If I crash, it's your fault.
If
crashed.
you crash, it's
Darn
my
it.
fault. I mean, to be fair, yes.
Oh my gosh, this is so fun.
But despite that, how would you rate the mod so far?
Now I rate now 7 out of 10. It's actually fun. It actually is good. If it didn't crash.
7 out of 10. Hey, that's great. That's better than I ever did in high school. So now that the practice is done, it's time to invite the Minecraft YouTuber to play a game of Wordle. YouTuber, singular. Only one of them responded. Now, come into the box. Welcome to my Squid Games.
No, not the Squid Games. You said this was gonna be like
Okay, so before we begin,
I don't.
would you like to introduce
I'll just
yourself?
eat the cookie. Okay. Hello, I am MakerMedia Plus, or I am Maker. I am a Maker YouTuber. Yeah, the name fits. I'm most famous for making things from Minecraft and bringing them in real life.
And now, my second question is, have you ever played Wordle?
A few times. It's been a while. I'm really rusty.
Okay, so as you can see, we have a huge thing here. This is how we're gonna be playing Wordle. So ignore that, and we're gonna be using this box here to play Wordle. So just click on it like how you would with a crafting table. What you're probably
Got it.
seeing is two buttons on the left side, the play button and a enter button. So if you like to start the game, you can just click on the play button on the left side.
And I do that now?
Yeah, you can do that. Is that working?
Okay.
Okay, good. So how the game,
It appears.
how the block works is that basically just insert any of the letters into the 5 slots on the left side of the GUI to form a real valid word. Have you made a word?
Almost. Just looking for the letters and boom. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So works. And then, so do I have to keep putting in 5-letter words? And then why is that one green?
That the green letter basically says that the letter O does exist in the the answer word of the program and exists in the second position of the word, the second spot of the word, the answer word.
Okay, gonna try interesting.
Ah, I see. Move. Interesting move there.
Still just oh.
So, let's do some small talk. How was your day?
I'm pretty good, mostly editing.
Mostly editing. Interesting.
Okay.
There is a T in the word. So basically, the yellow block says that there is a T in the word, but it's in the wrong spot. It can be in like the first spot, the third, fourth, or fifth position of the word.
So just random. I'm just gonna try to knock out some other ones. None. Absolutely none. I've excluded. Okay. Let's do some tracking here. Let's figure some things out. So, it is not. Actually, I'm gonna make a notes. It is not WRKSMVELAY. So that is all the letters of the alphabet. It is not. It is, however, I should have enough information to make a pretty decent guess.
Maybe you should identify all the vowels first, like U and I.
Yeah, that's Nah.
Now, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to speed through 25 minutes of footage as Maker was kind of struggling to figure out the word. It's not all boring though. I mean, he did introduce me a word that offends white people and kinda leaked a small portion of the script for his next video, so hey, at least it wasn't a boring half an hour. As for if he ever did figure out the word, this happened.
CH.
Oh wait, I think you restarted the game.
What do you mean I restarted the game?
What did you click?
I was just putting it in.
What did you
I was
click?
just shift clicking it in. No, we'll never know. What was it?
You restarted the game. It seems like you restarted the game, dude. Okay, so Future Matthew here. Let me explain what just happened. See, there are two ways the block can reset and start a new game. Either you actually finish the game by winning or losing, or it resets whenever it detects that there are no more letter items in the current player's inventory. Now, the second method is more of an automatic reset for new players without clicking any buttons in the block GUI. And for our case, because Maker placed all the rejected letter items into a chest and used all the remaining letter items in stacks and placed them into the slots, leaving no letter items in the inventory, the block thinks by that logic the player wanted to start a new game. Yes, it's gone. It means that you restarted the game.
What was the letter? What was the word?
I'm gonna wait. Hold on. Let me shoot. I accidentally. Hold up. Let me just.
If you can't even figure out how to pronounce it, it's not.
It's
says botch.
So in the end, Maker didn't finish the game and then did this. Are you playing hide and? Oh, you're trying to mine. It's NETHERITE, dude. It's NETHERITE.
It just takes a while.
Are you trying to make? Are you trying to make? Are you trying to make a sword? Oh my god.
Gosh,
He escaped.
I've escaped.
He escaped containment. But despite that, so far, how would you? Did you have fun, Mr. Maker?
Yeah.
Wait, really?
I mean, like it was a bit fun trying to figure it out, you know.
I mean, you didn't even really finish the game, but I mean, as long as
I didn't.
So, how would you rate the game in a scale of 1 to 10?
1 to 10, I rate it a 5 out of 10 because there's 5 spaces.
Okay, so before we end this session, is there anything that you want to say to any of your potential possible audience that might be watching the video in February?
Kids, adults, whoever might be watching this, remember, when you're put in a box, you gotta think outside the box. When you get contained, you gotta get outside of containment.
Oh, that is actually smart.
It is our duty as humanity to grow, thrive, and escape the confines nature has put us in. Because who ever made the rule that you can't outgrow your box probably should get out of their own box and think for themselves for a change.
And that's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, like it, subscribe, share it to a friend. It is like the 23rd right now, so let's see what has happened so far in 2025. Let's see. We got California Fire, a new season of the China virus, Dream drama, TikTok got banned and unbanned in America within a short time period, then that one Fortnite event. Missy Cooper is a Twitch streamer, and the current owner of Twitter emoted a no-no salute. So, yeah, seems like a normal stuff for a new year. As for the mod, I am planning to release this along with the Uno block on Moderate once future me upload this video, so subscribe to the channel or follow me on social media to stay informed on that. And go check out PearlescentMoon's Wordle video. It's like the whole inspiration for this video. It's pretty amazing since it's all done on Redstoned, so please do check out on that. And thanks to CrayRT for helping me practice the record session, and big thanks to Maker for participating in my little Squid Game, and most importantly, responding to my very suspicious invite on Twitter. So say it with me, kids. Thank you, CrayRT and MakerMedia Plus. And I do have a lot of stuff planned for this year, assuming that my final year of university doesn't absolutely obliterate me. So yeah, that is it. Again, thanks for watching, and here's the 2025. Alright, see ya.
Viewers. These games, I've played these games before.